What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use this series right here to break down my TikToks and YouTube shorts into a longer format. Today's episode is going to be about why narcissists want you to keep the bad things private, but shout the good things from the rooftops. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much.
Potential red flag is when your partner discourages you from talking to your friends or family about certain things that happen in the relationship. There's certain information that just does not need to be shared with other people. But if you're being mistreated on a consistent basis and your spouse or your partner is discouraging you not just from having relationships with others, but also talking to them about what happens behind closed doors because they won't understand, or you will make them out to be the bad guy, it's likely because they actually are the bad guy and they don't want you exposing them. They full well know that if you were to disclose to others what has happened during arguments with this person or certain exchanges, that everyone else would likely think that their behavior is unacceptable. And this is why they are so adamant about keeping things between you both so incredibly private.
So, welcome back. So that is Miss Bree P. I'm going to tag all her stuff into the in the comment section and things like that. She has a YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, all the other good stuff. It goes under Abuse is Abuse. I'm going to tag all her pages and stuff in the comment section so y'all can follow her on all platforms. But yes, you can see she made some great points when it comes to dealing with narcissists and things like that. Dealing with narcissists and toxic people and things of that nature. She made some great points. So I think when you're dealing with, like I said, narcissists, I say this all the time. Narcissistic people know what they are doing to you. They just do. Narcissists, toxic people, whatever you want to say, know that you know what they are doing to you. No, they know it. That's why they want you. They want to be private people. They want to keep they want to keep things private when it affects their reputation in a negative way. When it paints them in a negative light. If it paints them in this light, they're good. But if it paints them in any type of other light, they're not going to be so good. If it makes them look like this, yeah. If the light is red, if it makes it a red light, then it's not so good now, is it? So if you're dealing with narcissists, you're dealing with toxic people or whoever, I don't know. You're dealing with someone else. You're dealing with narcissists and toxic people. Understand that they want you to keep the bad things that they do to you private because they know that they are bad things. They know what they are doing to you. I keep saying this out loud and shouting from the rooftops. Narcissistic people know the difference. Toxic people know the difference between right and wrong. That's why when they do you wrong, they want to keep it silent. That's why when they do you right, they want you to shout it from the rooftops. I got my cheeks clapped so good. But you want to whisper the bad stuff. I got my cheeks clapped so good because they cheated on me and they wanted to make up for it. They know. If they didn't know the difference between right and wrong, why did they hide the wrong things from you but tell you the right things, the good things? Why they had the bad things from you or from the world and want you to hide them from the world as well, but tell what you the good things are posted online, the good things are public and things of that nature. So when you are dealing with narcissists, when you're crawling up on toxic people and toxicity and things of that nature, you have to understand, you have to absolutely understand what you're going through. That they know what they're doing. They want to keep it to themselves. They will beat on you, put their hands on you. And, I had a very traumatic story the other day. It's very traumatic, y'all. Trigger warning. I'm going to warn you, trigger warn you right now. Woman, narcissistic dude, pretty much just put his hands on a woman. Beat her up. And then helped her, like she was bleeding everywhere, helped her clean her blood up and stuff like that, correct, right? Helped her clean the blood up and said, oh man, you bleeding really bad. Let's go to the hospital. Like, you going to take me to the hospital? Where else would I take you? I love you and care about you so much. Stayed at the hospital with her for 14 hours. She's like, but he must love me and care about me because he stayed there for 14 hours. No, he would love and care about you. He wouldn't put his hands on you. He stayed there because he thought you were going to call the police or you're going to report the abuse. Choking and all that type of stuff. Narcissistic people know what they're doing to you. They know the wrong stuff. They do. And they want you to keep it quiet because it will affect their reputation in a negative light. We just had a baby and we love each other. We in love. Oh, we had that baby because I got trapped. Because they cheated on me or they beat on me and impregnated me, so I couldn't leave them. They would have to remain in my life forever. And telling you, like what I said at the end, like I put the red words on there, y'all. The red words are my writing. Lee, you didn't offer anything to that video. The red words that I put on that video are mine. I do edit her video from TikTok and put it on YouTube. I put it on Facebook as well. But you understand what I'm saying when I say when I'm telling you this right here. When you're dealing with toxic people, when you're dealing with narcissistic people, understand that they want to keep it to themselves. They want to keep all the bad stuff low, low, low. And like they don't want you to tell anybody. But a lot of people end up thinking that they are actually the narcissist, or they get scared to tell their story. First off, because of safety issues, they're scared the narcissist is going to retaliate against them. But also, they don't want to look like the narcissist. Like, I don't want to post what happened online and people think I'm smearing this other person. The truth is not a smear campaign. It just isn't. The truth is 100%, 100,000% not a smear campaign. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or toxic person and you've been dealing with some abuse and you want to tell your story, telling the truth is not a smear. It just isn't. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you cut it up, the truth is not a smear campaign. You're not smearing somebody by telling the truth. You're telling your story. You're making it public, or you're telling your story to your friends or whoever you're telling it to. You know, you're not posting on TikTok or whatever if you don't want to, but like, or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. You know, so if you're dealing with toxic people, narcissists, telling your story, telling your truth, telling the real truth, not just your truth, telling the real truth is not a smear campaign. Narcissistic people will do the dirtiest things on this planet to you, blame you for them, and ask you what you did. Yeah, I hit you, but I never hit anybody else in my life. You're the first person I put my hands on. You made me do this. I only get this way with you. And then you start feeling like, damn, is that true? Did I make them this way? Did I make them put my hands on them? Did I make them put their hands on me? Did I make this happen? Did I contribute to my abuse by opening my mouth and speaking? No, but most times you don't. Most times you sit there quiet, or you just ask them a question, or you accuse them of something with evidence, and they go in and try to take you out of there. And that's why I tell people, right now, where you stand at in life, you have to understand that you deserve better. Because if you don't, telling your story, I hear stories all the time, y'all. I do one-on-ones over Zoom and things like that. I hear different stories all the time. And it's so, the traits are so consistent, it is like absolutely insane. Narcissists, like, when I told my parents, and this is how narcissists can isolate you as well. Because if you tell your truth to your parents or to your friends or to your mutual friends, the narcissist is, and you stay with that narcissist, they're not going to want to be around that person anymore or those people anymore because they're embarrassed. Now people know the truth about them, so they don't want to be around people who know the real truth. They don't want to be around people who know them behind the mask. They don't want to be around those people because it's embarrassing. And shame is one of the biggest emotions that narcissistic people feel. Well, shame is up there. Shame and anger and rage are at the top, at the top of narcissistic emotional mountaintop. You know what I mean? So narcissistic people do feel shame. They do feel remorse and guilt, but they feel it on a spectrum. The remorse and guilt is felt on a spectrum. They feel guilty in the moment, or they feel remorseful in the moment, but then the brain does these mental gymnastics, like Dominique Dawes on the parallel beams back in the day, the balance beam back in the day. Dominique Dawes, when she did that, hit her lady, you gotta be older. Dominique Dawes, when she landed that thing, she just stuck that landing on her foot. That's the gymnastics that narcissistic people be doing right there. Throwback to Dominique Dawes. Shout out Dominique Dawes. Yeah, that's the gymnastics. That's the type of gymnastics that narcissistic people be doing, right there. Because the mind, I'll feel blame, I'll feel guilt, I'll feel shame, and then my mind does that backflip and the parallel bar dismount, and it starts to blame you for the actions that the narcissistic person did. I can't believe I put my hands on. Oh my goodness, I'm going to jail. But wait, she said this to me. She brought this upon herself. She's the reason she got hit. Oh my goodness, it's her fault. Let me convince her it's her fault so she doesn't call the police on me. Or let me threaten to unalive myself so she doesn't call the police on me. See how that works right there? Now I tell y'all, listen to me when I say this. Your truth is your truth. And the more you stifle yourself from telling your truth to other people, the more toxic this relationship gets. Because sometimes the narcissistic person treats you so terribly and you keep forgiving them for it, it just gets embarrassing to tell people. You're not even scared to tell people anymore. You're just embarrassed. Like, I cannot believe I put up with this shit. Wow. what is going on with me? So you start to get embarrassed, and you stay longer in the relationship because you're embarrassed to leave now. I done put up with all of this stuff. Might as well stay, right? I done got cheated on 45 times. Might as well stay for 46, right? Might as well stay till they hit an even 50 and give me an STD as a parting gift. You can take an STD as a parting gift if you want to. I ain't going to know shit. You won't catch me doing no shit like that. But as I said, y'all, if y'all are dealing with narcissists, you're dealing with toxic people, you have to be able to, no, your truth is not a smear campaign. Don't stay silent. Silence is violence towards yourself. If you stay silent, then you're going to feel terrible. You're going to be on Narcissist Island by yourself, getting treated terribly. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. As much as y'all learn from me, I learn even more from you. Thank you. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.